Today, I'm going to tell you guys a story that I've been waiting for so long to tell. I could never quite figure out a way to incorporate it into a video, until finally I was just like, okay, we have to do a story time. It's too good and I can't keep it to myself anymore. There's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes in my channel that I kind of just keep to myself, so consider this an inside look at what goes into making these videos sometimes. A lot of times it's just abandoned projects, videos that never quite make it to upload, and stuff like that. But sometimes, it's crazy stuff that makes me say, did that really just happen? And this is one of those times. This is how a couple golds infiltrated my video project, tried their best to mess everything up in front of one of the best Rocket League players in the world, and almost succeeded, if they hadn't underestimated my editing skills. It's complicated. So let's start at the beginning. Like I mentioned earlier, the video I'm talking about is this one. 1 pro versus 7 golds. The pro I asked to participate for this was Justin, and that's kind of an important part of this. I don't know Justin that well, and this was actually the first time we had recorded anything together. So I wanted everything to go really smoothly and quickly so he'd have a good time. And it wouldn't be a hassle for him since he was basically donating his time for this video. So yeah, there was a little extra pressure to make sure I had everything lined up beforehand. The last thing you want as a video producer is to have people you admire show up for your projects and you don't have everything you need. So I'd like to think I usually do a pretty good job of organizing things, so I wasn't worried about it or anything, I just wanted it to go well. Which is why it's a real shame that next, I made a huge mistake. For this project, I needed 7 gold players. In the video, I actually have Justin play 2 rounds, first against silvers, then golds. So I actually needed 7 silver players as well. It may not sound like much, but it's actually kind of hard to find 14 random players and make sure they're all the correct rank and can be there at the right time and have all the right lobby info and everything. Just getting it all organized can be a hassle. A lot of people will lie or fudge the truth in order to get into a video, which is why I never tell them too much about the project until I already have my volunteers lined up and verified. In my Discord, almost everyone has a rank roll, so I just scoured the server looking for golds. And when one of the gold players I had recruited said, "Hey Sunless, I have a friend that's also gold. If you need another one, can he play too?" I should have said no. But when a couple of the 7 golds that I had recruited backed out, I went to the guy and said, "Sure, as long as he's a gold, you can bring your friend." Big mistake. So do you guys remember in that video how the silvers actually did better than the golds? The silvers have a lot to brag about with their performance compared to the golds. Did that strike any of you as a little odd? I think most of the viewers just thought it was funny or some quirk. Well, guess what? There was a very specific reason that the golds did worse. Someone was actually doing their best to ruin this entire project. It was the gold friend that someone had brought to my Discord. I had let an outsider in, and I was gonna pay for it. Let me explain how effectively they were ruining things. So everyone was supposed to play against Justin in a 7v1, but since you can only have 4 players on a team, 3 would technically be on Justin's team. And for this asshole, that was important. Rather than playing against Justin, this guy started scoring on his fellow golds, playing with Justin like he was his teammate. Now, if this doesn't sound too bad to you, think about how much that f***ed everything up. It would now be a pro and a gold versus 6 golds, with one dude awkwardly trying to assist the pro. It was so cringy, and the rest of the golds being confused as f***, constantly asking in the chat what was going on. That would also show up in the recording. So as far as I was concerned, I was basically screwed. I'd gotten all these players together, I'd coordinated times with Justin, myself, and 6 other people. I needed to upload this video within a couple days to keep the YouTube algorithm happy, and I really didn't want to waste Justin's time by stopping the whole thing just to find 2 more golds to replace our little volunteers that had gone rogue. So, I just let it play out. Thankfully, this guy sucked so bad that he could barely help Justin anyway, but every time he touched the ball, it was clear he was trying to help the pro and go against the golds. It was clear as day. To make it worse, he and his friend tried to play dumb about the whole thing. In the Discord channel where I organized everyone, he was like, "Oh, I had no idea." But in the unedited video, you can actually see him swap teams at the very beginning of the match to make sure he was on Justin's team. Originally, he would have been on the other team and it would have been fine, but he and his friend specifically coordinated to make sure he was on the team that would cause the most damage to this project. Now, if they would have kept playing dumb, I would have had to give them the benefit of the doubt, since even this isn't complete evidence that they were trying to mess things up. That is, until they opened their dumb mouths and admitted it. In the Discord channel, I also tried to play it off like nothing happened. After the game, the other golds were like, "That sucked, Flo is playing for Justin." And I was just like, "Oh, that's fine, I got what I needed. Thanks for helping, guys." and that was all the bait that I needed to throw out. Flo piped up and said, "He's not gonna post this." And there it was. This guy thought he had ruined my video so much that I wasn't even gonna post it. And to be honest, I actually thought I might not be able to as well. I remember thinking, holy shit, I actually just got totally played by some gold kids. I let them into my Discord and my video just to get stabbed in the back. But let me tell you, I was pissed. This little shit got to play against one of the best Rocket League players in the world and had tried to shit all over everything for no reason other than ruining things for his amusement. That guy, I thought. I'm gonna make this work. So I opened up Adobe Premiere and set about the task of completely removing this dude from the video like he was never even there. This dude had f***ed with the wrong editor. He had no idea how much I'm able to cut, swap around, and doctor things up for my audience's amusement. You're welcome, guys. And goddamn did I succeed. But it was a big task. First, I opened up the replay and re-recorded the entire game so that you wouldn't be able to see the text chat, since everyone was typing about what Flo was doing during the game. Then, every time Flo would touch the ball, I would remove that section of the video and find another point in the game that would transition smoothly from the last cut. Like, you literally see him kind of go up to the ball sometimes, and then it just cuts. This goal where he flicked his teammates, I just completely removed. You're seeing this for the first time. This is the raw, unedited version of the video. It took a while, but eventually I was able to completely eliminate this asshole from the game without a single person even noticing. The only problem was the silvers had a better scoreline than the golds. So I threw in a joke about how silvers are better than golds and called it a day. Well, I guess that confirms Justin is good at Rocket League and silvers are better than golds. Like I said, the video went on to be a smashing success, the third highest viewed video on my channel with 3.7 million views, and no one would ever know that some little twerp came that close to ruining the entire thing. Until now. This has been Storytime with SunlessKhan. Thank you for watching and subscribing. Good night.